I'm going to talk to you about how you should plan your training during this period of lockdown. Hello, I'm John Shepherd, and in this video I'm going to answer some of the questions that have been sent in to me via my YouTube channel or my other social media. One of the key questions that keeps coming up is very relevant, and that's how we should organise our training during this period. Obviously the circumstances are very difficult at the moment and very different. We're not able to go to the tracks, to the gym, etc. to train. Now this is very difficult to answer because we don't know when we're going to be competing again. Some countries are provisionally setting dates for their championships and maybe the starting of local meetings. However, for most of us, we still don't really know when things are going to kick off. What I'm doing with the athletes that I coach is trying to keep their specific speed, reactivity and power up, whilst also dropping back occasionally into more build-up phase training. I'm doing this on a kind of wave format. I use undulating periodization as my training methodology. So I'm not building a big base or anything like that. I'm just tweaking the components of what's required for the long, triple and sprints, for example, to keep them in good condition so that if there are any competitions, they'll be ready enough to compete. If you're a young athlete, you really want to try to work on your skills, your technical ability, and that applies to how you run and how you jump. So there are lots of drills that you can do at this particular moment of time in a confined space. They're going to help you keep you in relatively good competitive readiness and develop potentially a better technique. You're watching some of the drills that I've set my young athletes at the moment. My older athletes with aspirations for national championships and beyond are in a bit more of a quandary in that their competitive opportunities are going to be limited even more so, and the relative validity of doing those competitions is also going to be questioned, as they're not going to be selected for any potential major championships this year due to the current postponement of the Olympics and the European Championships. So in my discussions with the seniors, we're talking more about ticking over, keeping the quality up, but not pushing too hard, because we're thinking about getting to the end of the season, or what would have been the season, September, October, taking just a couple of weeks off, not a month like we normally do, but going straight back into preparation for the indoor season that will happen in January, February of 2021. I know that some of you are thinking about going back into winter training and building a big base. The problem with that is that you can lose some of the sharpness, your technical ability that you will have developed even in lockdown by training too long on a volume-based basis. To me, you always want to keep within 5 to 10% of competitive readiness. Yes, it's difficult to do so at the moment, but if you spend the next 2 to 3 months building base, getting fitter, stronger, for example, with less specific movements and drills and exercises, then it's going to be more difficult for you to bring back the speed, the power and the technical ability when you are able to train normally. Speaking of training normally, I hope in the videos that I've been putting up on the channel recently that you can see how plausible it is to actually train quite close to what you would normally be able to do so. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail in this video, but do check out the other ones on the channel which look at more specific training and ways to do it in lockdown. My recommendation would be to train relatively specifically using what equipment and facilities, open areas, parks, etc. you have around you to keep up your speed by doing sprints, doing sprint drills. Hill repetitions are something that I put a lot of value on, hill sprints, because they're going to maintain your power and your reactivity and speed, of course, and develop acceleration. Drop jumps are a key aspect of the training that my guys are doing at the moment as well, developing leg stiffness, reactivity and maintaining power. Yes, developing strength concentrically, potentially with heavy weights, is at this moment in time difficult for a lot of us, but there are ways around it. I've said it in other videos, but the jump squat is a key exercise in that respect. One thing that you can do at this training time is to work on your weaknesses and to strengthen muscles, soft tissue, so that you're less likely to sustain injury. In a recent video I posted, training around the world in lockdown, we saw top Kenyan sprinter Mark showcase a number of exercises that not only will develop power and technique, but will also reduce the potentiality for injury. So do check out that video and incorporate those and other similar exercises into your workouts. One other thing I want to say is don't beat yourself up if you don't feel like training some days. That's normal, that's natural. Just try to see the bigger picture and get those training sessions done relatively regularly. As usual, thanks for watching and good luck with your training. Do subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you may have in the section below this video or through my other social media. And do look out for further follow-along workout videos. Now the first exercise is hops on the spot in what I call a sprint position. So you keep your non-working thigh elevated and move your arms as if you're running whilst you hop up and down on the spot. Try to keep your hopping leg as straight as you can. We're trying to just bounce off of the ground. Go! I've had the FREELAP timing system for a number of months now, and I've been putting it to the test. If you'd like to find out more about it and potentially purchase a system, then do contact me directly. But here's some information. The system is extremely portable and accurate to 2/1000ths of a second. You no longer need to take up 3 lanes to time your athletes. Place the TX Junior Pro transmitters down on trackside, set up the app on your iPhone or phone or tablet, and you're ready to go. The FX chip BLE attaches to the waist of the athlete, and that's what sends the time to the receivers. It's simple and effective. It's been a great motivator and way to compare performances across the training year, not only between our athletes, but with norms established by other jumpers, for example. We can now really see how fast we are.